Welcome to Author Skill Set Wednesday with a quote from William Zinsser, who said, "Writing is simply thinking on paper." Seems so ordinary, and yet there's so much to unpack in there, you know? But first, my name is Christopher Diarmani. Welcome. I empower Christian nonfiction writers to share their trauma to triumph story using a complete, detailed roadmap for writing success so they can share God's blessings with the world. And today I want to just share a little bit about what I think Zinsser is talking about here with this need to think clearly. One of the things that I talk about fairly regularly is that a calm mind is necessary for writing success. And if we're upset, if we are emotionally distraught over something, it's going to make writing a lot more difficult than you probably want it to be. So I say that to say this, to quote my friend Isaac. The essence of your book, its precision and its power, relies on the clarity of your thoughts. As you outline and write your book, there's going to be many days where you're grappling with personal experiences, with finding the insights that you know are buried inside of all of those experiences, and with biblical truths as it relates to them. Now, all this stuff might seem a little disparate and not disconnected, but it's really not. All of this is the stuff that is designed to make your words resonate deeply with your reader's heart. That's the point. And so writing is simply the art of doing the translation between your personal experiences, your insights, biblical wisdom, and putting that into a cohesive whole that your readers will read, understand, and embrace. That's the purpose of writing a transformational nonfiction book, is you want to change someone else's life. You want to help them change their life for the better. 2 Timothy 4:2 underscores the importance of both clear thinking and clear communication. I love this. Preach the word, be prepared in season and out, and be prepared in season and out of season. Correct, rebuke, encourage with great patience and careful instruction. With great patience and careful instruction. That's a couple of thoughts to ponder, because patience really is important. Writing a book is not I'm going to sit down and do this afternoon, and when I'm finished, I'll publish it, and then I'll go have a beer with the boys. Yeah, not happening. Clear thinking, like clear writing, simply can't be rushed like that. There are people who say they can write an entire book in a single day, and maybe they can. I find it hard to believe that they can write a good book in a single day, because my experience tells me that it simply takes a lot more time than that to get everything to gel and to form into that new whole thing that I'm trying to share with the world. So invest the time to think about what you're trying to say, think through your ideas, organize them really clearly and effectively, and then once you've done all that hard work, the writing becomes really, really easy. Expressing those words onto the page becomes really simple, really easy, and at that point, it can be done really quickly. But I just want to share that the path to this clarity really is not some deep, dark secret that only, I don't know even who. The path to this writing clarity is really, really simple. Like most good things in life, it can be broken down into a couple of simple steps. Number one, write a clear outline. I didn't write outlines for like 15 years because I thought it made writing too hard, or I wouldn't be able to, it would stifle my creativity. All kinds of nonsense that I bought into around an outline. And when I finally got so sick and tired of never finishing a single first draft, let alone a published book, I finally ate some humble pie and said, well, maybe I'll try this whole outline thing and see what happens. All I can tell you is that writing from a clear outline is the easiest, fastest, and simplest way to write your book. That's it. And once you have that clear outline in front of you, sit down and write your entire first draft. Take as many days as required. Manuscript Path is a great tool to figure out how many days it should take you based on your skills and ability and the time that you have available. Write that complete first draft and get that onto the page before you start thinking about any fancy thoughts of, well, what else can I throw in here? What else is needed? get the first draft out, because that's you telling yourself the story. Once that story is on the page in front of you, then you can dissect it and figure out, well, this belongs further on. This part here needs to be right at the top. And, well, that part, my goodness, why is that even in there? Once you have that first draft on the page, it becomes really easy to figure out what the gaps are, where you need to do some more research, where you need to do some shuffling around of your content to get it into the correct order. And don't get caught up in thinking that your outline has to be etched in, like set in concrete. This is the whole essence of written in sand, not in stone. Because as you progress through each level of your book, from outline to first draft to second draft to third draft, you're going to be learning more things along the way. You're going to be researching things that you realized you've missed along the way. All of that's designed to help you fill the gaps that are there. But all of that is also to make sure that you're getting your book and all its content into the correct final order that's necessary to really touch your reader's heart. So researching is hugely important in that. And then once you've gone through a couple of rounds of revision, then it's time to bring it all home, to use that phrase. Edit your manuscript into that final draft that is the thing that your readers will get their hands on. This simple 4-step process, it sounds like it should be more difficult. Like a lot of people I work with initially think, well, it just can't be that simple. Yes, it really, really can. But simple doesn't mean easy. There's a lot of work carried inside those four bullet points. A lot of work. But that's the part that it gets to be fun once you've got the clear outline down, once your thoughts are in an order that actually makes sense from start to finish. The whole process just becomes so much easier. So this whole process is designed to give you that clarity of thinking so that you can write well. And it's also an essential part of that detailed roadmap for writing success, that if you want to learn more about that, just DM me. I would love to talk with you about helping you design your complete detailed roadmap for writing success. But I want to end with this. Remember that God put this book on your heart to write for a reason. So don't abandon God in the middle of writing it. He's the one that put it on your heart. Spend time in prayer, spend time in meditation, because all of that time in prayer and meditation is also going to help you hone those thoughts until they're really, really sharp. And once they're at that point, it's so much easier to get your book out and done. And it's also really, really important to make sure that your book is actually aligned with God's purpose. And once you're there, just sit down and write. Write every single day. Write whether you feel like it or not. Because there is a person out there who has heard the stuff that you talk about in your book, but they've never heard it in the way that you present it. And therefore they can't hear it. They literally can't hear it. It's the strange quirk of human psychology, is that unless we hear the words in a specific way that's designed for us, we can't get there. So there truly is someone out there whose life depends upon your book. You're writing their survival guide. So if you think it's not important, or if you're not sure whether you have the qualifications, that's just nonsense thinking. God, what's this phrase? It's a really beautiful phrase. God doesn't call the prepared, he prepares the called. If this book is on your heart to write, it's there for a reason. So take on that responsibility, because it is a responsibility. Someone is out there waiting for your book, and it will change their life. And they will send you a note, and it will blow your mind. So I hope that you found that helpful today. Please go to writingcoach.pro/Christopher. You can find a couple of interesting things that will help you in your writing journey, and you can also connect with me on all my social media channels, which you'll find links to all